Picture yourself in your kitchen, the morning light filtering through the window as you open the fridge and spot a wedge of cheese tucked in the corner. You might think it's just a tasty indulgence, something to sideline if you're trying to eat healthier. But what if I told you that certain cheeses could be your hidden allies in staying strong, active, and full of life well past 65? That's right. Those creamy, savory blocks could help you push back against the quiet muscle loss that creeps in with age. A condition called sarcopenia that touches millions but doesn't have to define your future. I'm a doctor with over 3 decades of experience helping older adults live with energy and independence, and today I'm sharing a surprising secret. 3 everyday cheeses that can fuel your muscles with protein, nutrients, and vitality to keep you moving freely. These aren't just snacks, they're like natural power-ups waiting to help you thrive. Stay with me and I'll guide you through which cheeses to choose, how to enjoy them, and when to eat them to boost your strength while keeping risks low. Grab a pen and paper because you'll want to jot this down. Let's dive into a simple science-backed plan to keep your muscles strong. Starting with a cheese you might already have on hand, let's begin with cottage cheese, a humble option that might remind you of retro diet plans, but don't let that fool you. This soft, creamy cheese is a muscle-building superstar. A single half cup of low-fat cottage cheese delivers about 14 g of high-quality protein for just 80 calories. That's a massive protein boost in a small package. Nearly 70% of its calories come from protein, compared to something like cheddar, where only about a quarter do. This makes cottage cheese a top pick for older adults who need foods that pack a nutritional punch without feeling heavy. The real game changer is an amino acid called leucine, which acts like a switch to turn on your muscle-building machinery. As we age, our muscles get a bit more stubborn, needing extra leucine to spark growth. You get over 1 g and 1/2 cup, a solid step toward the 3 g you need per meal to really get those muscles going. What makes cottage cheese even better is its ease. If chewing tougher foods like grilled chicken or steak is tough, or if your appetite has dipped over the years, its gentle, creamy texture is kind to your stomach and a joy to eat. The secret behind cottage cheese's power is its main protein, casein. This protein digests slowly, releasing a steady stream of nutrients to your muscles over 6 to 8 hours. Think of it like a slow-release energy bar, feeding your muscles consistently. This is especially crucial at night when your body might otherwise tap into muscle for energy during sleep. A small serving before bed can act like a shield, protecting your strength while you rest. Research supports this. Studies involving thousands of older adults found that those who included cottage cheese in their diets regularly saw real muscle gains even if they weren't hitting the gym daily. One study showed that casein's slow-release nature helped preserve muscle during periods of low activity, making it a fantastic choice for anyone looking to stay strong through life's ups and downs. So, how do you weave cottage cheese into your routine? It's incredibly versatile, fitting into any meal or snack for breakfast. Mix half a cup with fresh blueberries or sliced peaches and a drizzle of maple syrup for a sweet protein-packed start. The fruit brings antioxidants to combat inflammation, and the syrup adds a touch of indulgence. If you're into savory flavors, blend it with diced bell peppers, green onions, and a pinch of black pepper for a fresh, zesty twist. For lunch, spread it on whole grain toast with avocado slices, or use it as a creamy dip for cucumber and carrot sticks. At dinner, stir it into soups for extra richness, or use it as a base for baked dishes like a veggie casserole. If the curd-like texture isn't your favorite, toss it in a blender with pineapple, a banana, and a splash of vanilla for a smoothie that hides the cheese but delivers all its muscle-building benefits. Some of my patients even swap it for mayo and egg or tuna salad for a healthier protein-rich alternative. Aim for half a cup to a full cup daily, especially at breakfast when your muscles are most eager for protein after an overnight fast. This simple habit can lay the foundation for stronger muscles all day long. Next up is Parmesan, a cheese you might only think of as a pasta topping, but it's so much more. a nutritional powerhouse that can transform your muscle health. Just one Oz about the size of a small matchbox packs over 10 g of protein, making it one of the most protein-dense cheeses you can find. For older adults who might eat smaller portions, this is a huge win. A tiny amount delivers big results. Parmesan's magic comes from its aging process, which lasts at least 2 years for authentic Parmigiano Reggiano. During this time, natural enzymes break down proteins into smaller, easier to digest pieces, almost like the cheese is pre-digested for you. If protein-heavy foods sometimes leave you feeling bloated or sluggish, Parmesan is often a gentler choice. Plus, after all that aging, it's virtually lactose-free. So, even if dairy usually upsets your stomach, this cheese is likely safe to enjoy. Parmesan isn't just about protein, it's a calcium champion too. That same 1 Oz serving provides about 330 mg of calcium, roughly a quarter of your daily needs. You might think calcium is only for bones, but your muscles depend on it for every movement from climbing stairs to carrying groceries. Studies show that older adults with low calcium intake face a higher risk of muscle loss, so Parmesan's protein-calcium combo is like a double boost for strength. Worried about the cost of authentic Parmesan? It's a bit pricier, but you don't need much. 1 to 2 Oz a day, about 2 tablespoons when grated, is enough to make a meaningful difference in your muscle health, making it a smart investment. Incorporating Parmesan is a breeze. For breakfast, sprinkle it over a veggie omelet for a protein-packed start. Combined, you're hitting over 20 g of protein. At lunch, toss it onto a mixed green salad or a bowl of minestrone soup to elevate flavor and nutrition. For dinner, dust it over roasted asparagus or cauliflower for a savory muscle-supporting side dish. You can even snack on small chunks paired with almonds or apple slices for a balanced, satisfying bite. Always grate it fresh. Pre-shredded versions lose flavor and nutrients, and you'll end up using more to feel satisfied. Look for the real thing marked with those distinctive rind dots to get the full nutty, rich taste. A little goes a long way, making it both a health and budget-friendly choice. Our third cheese is ricotta, and it's got a unique edge that sets it apart. Unlike most cheeses, ricotta is made from whey, the liquid leftover from making other cheeses. Far from being a byproduct, whey is a superstar protein that your body absorbs in just 30 to 60 minutes. This is a big deal, especially after light activity like a walk or gardening when your muscles are primed for nutrients. A half cup of whole milk ricotta delivers about 14 g of protein, plus branched-chain amino acids that head straight to your muscles to support repair and growth. Its smooth, creamy texture is a godsend if chewing or swallowing is a challenge, and its mild flavor makes it a kitchen chameleon, blending beautifully into sweet or savory dishes. Ricotta also stands out for its low sodium content, about 100 mg per half cup compared to over 400 in some other cheeses. This makes it a great choice if you're watching your blood pressure. Research shows that eating about 34 of a cup daily can improve muscle strength and balance in just 90 days, with men seeing particularly impressive gains. The whey protein in ricotta has also been linked to lower blood pressure and better heart health. So you're supporting your entire body, not just your muscles. In the kitchen, ricotta shines. For breakfast, spread it on whole grain toast with a smear of fruit jam or a sprinkle of nutmeg for a protein-rich twist on cream cheese. At lunch, mix it with fresh herbs and garlic for a veggie dip, or layer it in a wrap with spinach and tomatoes. For dinner, stuff it into portobello mushrooms or stir it into marinara sauce for a creamy protein-packed pasta dish. For a sweet treat, whip it with mixed berries and a touch of dark chocolate for a dessert that feels indulgent but fuels your strength. Always choose whole milk ricotta for maximum nutrition. Low-fat versions might save a few calories, but don't deliver the same muscle-building power. Eat it within 2 hours of any activity, even a short stroll, to capitalize on its fast-acting protein. Timing is critical when it comes to these cheeses. Forget the old notion that dinner is the main event for muscle health. After 65, breakfast is your golden opportunity. After 8 to 10 hours of sleep, your body's been fasting, dipping into muscle for energy. Your morning meal can halt that breakdown and kickstart muscle building. Studies show that older adults who get 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast see better muscle growth throughout the day. Most people over 65 only get about 8 grams at breakfast, far too little to make a difference. A breakfast of half a cup of cottage cheese with fruit and an ounce of grated Parmesan delivers about 24 g of protein and over 2 g of leucine, setting your muscles up for success. Spread protein evenly across meals. 25 to 30 g at breakfast, lunch, and dinner to keep your muscles consistently fueled. Loading up at dinner doesn't work. Your body can only use about 35 grams at a time, and the rest doesn't get stored for later. Movement is the other piece of the puzzle. Even gentle activity like a 10-minute walk, carrying laundry, or doing light chores makes your muscles more receptive to protein. Eat one of these cheeses within 2 hours of moving, and you'll amplify the benefits. You don't need a gym or heavy weights. Simple moves like sitting and standing from a chair 10 times, doing wall push-ups, or lifting soup cans count as resistance training. Research shows that pairing these exercises with protein-rich foods like our cheeses can restore a youthful muscle. Building response even in your 80s. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions a week, and on other days keep eating your cheese to provide steady nutrition. How much cheese should you eat? Older adults need about 1 to 1. 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 150-pound person, that's about 68 kilograms, so roughly 82 g of protein a day. Cheese can cover 35 to 40 g with 2 to 3 servings, say half a cup of cottage cheese at breakfast, an ounce of Parmesan at lunch, and a third of a cup of ricotta at dinner. That adds up to about 300 to 400 calories, which fits well into a balanced diet. Consistency is key. Studies show the best results come from eating cheese daily for 60 to 90 days. Think of it as a daily habit like drinking water that builds your strength over time. If health concerns are on your mind, here's the rundown. Lactose intolerant, Parmesan is nearly lactose-free, and cottage cheese and ricotta have much less than milk. Start with small portions and see how you feel, or try lactase supplements. Watching sodium, ricotta is naturally low and low sodium cottage cheese is available. Check labels as some brands pack over 400 mg per half cup for cholesterol. Recent studies suggest that moderate cheese consumption as part of a balanced diet doesn't significantly raise heart disease risk. Stick to these portions and consider lower fat options if you're extra cautious. If you're on blood thinners, keep your cheese intake consistent and inform your doctor about the vitamin K content. For kidney issues, talk to your doctor before increasing protein. Always pair cheese with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains for a well-rounded diet. Here's your action plan to get started today. First, head to the grocery store and grab cottage cheese, authentic Parmesan, and whole milk ricotta. Enough for a week to experiment with new recipes. Second, calculate your protein needs. Divide your weight in pounds by 2, then multiply by 1, 2. Write that number down and stick it on your fridge as a daily reminder. Third, plan tomorrow's meals to include 25 to 30 g of protein each, featuring at least one of these cheeses. Fourth, add 5 minutes of simple movement like chair sits, wall push-ups, or lifting water bottles 2 or 3 times this week. Fifth, mark your calendar for 90 days from now to check your progress. You might notice more energy, easier movement, or a stronger grip on daily tasks. Keep a small journal for the first few weeks to track what cheeses you eat, how much, and how you feel. After a month, you might find tasks like carrying groceries or climbing stairs feel smoother. By 90 days, many people see clear improvements in strength and mobility. This isn't about drastic changes. It's about small, steady steps that add up. Muscle loss isn't an inevitable part of aging. With cottage cheese, parmesan, and ricotta, plus a touch of movement, you can stay active and strong into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. The science is solid, the plan is doable, and the results are within reach. Will you start tomorrow with a scoop of cottage cheese at breakfast or a sprinkle of parmesan on your lunch? Commit to 90 days and watch your strength grow. Your future self, full of energy, confidence, and independence, will thank you for taking this step.